FISA documents were released revealing that anti-Trump dossier was a main source in obtaining the warrant, the FISA warrant, to spy on the Trump campaign leading up to the 2016 election. Well, Tom Fitton, the president of the government watchdog group Judicial Watch, fought for the release of these redacted documents and is now urging the president to declassify them. He's here to explain. Tom, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
Okay, I'm doing okay. I'm looking at the documents. There's a lot of Sharpie in here. There's a lot of stuff that's blacked out. We have no idea what's in there. You think the president this morning could call somebody and declassify it, and then we know what they're hiding, right?
Well, that's for sure. Devin Nunes, the Bob Good lad, is suggesting that there's other material in there that is classified right now but doesn't need to be classified. And we already see from the material that was released over the weekend that the material that we were told, they couldn't even tell us existed one way or another, didn't need to be classified. And we know why it was classified. It wasn't because they were protecting national security secrets. It was to cover up misconduct by the Justice Department and the FBI in misleading the courts by using this dossier in a dishonest way to gain a warrant to target the Trump team.
Right. And apparently 4 times the FBI told the FISA court they didn't think that Christopher Steele, the guy behind the dossier, was the guy who leaked the news to Yahoo News that got the ball rolling. And in fact, he did.
You know, Steve, I call it a self-licking ice cream cone, that document. They talk about the dossier generally. Then they talk about news reports about the dossier. Then they talk about a State Department information about Carter Page that had its origins, according to reports, in the dossier in the Clinton campaign. This is a Clinton campaign document that was presented to the court as if it weren't, and then they used reports about the Clinton campaign document and leak operation to further justify asking for a warrant to target the Trump team. It's look, anyone who signed on to this needs to be asked questions about why they signed on to it, what they knew and when. And unfortunately includes the current administration official, the #2 of the Justice Department, Rod Rosenstein.
Sure. What is puzzling to me, though, is the fact that they did not reveal that the DNC and Hillary Clinton were paying for the dossier. Instead, they said, you know, somebody's obviously looking for dirt on Trump. Is that enough?
Oh, you know, I encourage your viewers to go and look at that portion of the dossier. It's a footnote where they describe source #1, which looked to be the major source. They went out of their way to talk about, to avoid talking about the fact it was the Clinton campaign behind it. There was no good reason not to inform the court that, other than to, again, mislead the court into providing a pretext to spy on the Trump team. And look, this is about Carter Page, this in theory. But when you look at what's been released, it was all about getting at the Trump campaign.
Absolutely. And we heard from Carter Page yesterday. He said it's laughable. So
he wasn't a spy. He wasn't an agent of the Russians. He was a cooperator with the FBI. They didn't need to spy on him. It was a fraud and a hoax designed to target Trump, and the DOJ and FBI and the Obama gang behind it need to be held to account.
Well, by spying on him, they got to spy on everybody in the Trump campaign. Tom Fitton, we thank you very much. It was Judicial Watch that, with their Freedom of Information request, that got this out in front of all of us. Thank you, sir.